Chat! Oh my god, chat. Yo, what is up, chat? What's going on with y'all? This better be a very Sigma stream, chat. Oh my god. Share your referral link. What the fuck does that even mean? Fucking referral link. Do I need to send a referral for what, nigga? I'm not even sure myself. I'm gonna just share the stream on Cord type shit, bro. Oh, fuck. Chat. I'm gonna promote this shit. All right, hold up. All right, yo, what's up, Gamma? How you been, bro? yo, chat. yo, chat. Call me Lil Tekka, bro. Call me Lil Tekka the way I be saving y'all niggas from the GT downplay, like he be saving the summer. Yo, how many niggas subbed to this? Nigga, bro. Yeah, bro, that shit funny as hell. That shit is funny for no reason, bro. That shit is like funny for no reason. Yo, chat. So are we gonna like react to something and whatnot? Because like low key, we could. If you guys have something in mind, like it doesn't even have to be power scaling related. If you want me to react to it, I'll react to it. What should be the topic of tomorrow's stream? More bad power scaling. Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, I think Gojer's genuinely just trying to rage bait. Or he's just an ass debater. Like, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, Gojer. If you trying that femboy shit IRL, bro, get the fuck off. Cause you're gonna look chopped when you're 30, nigga. Don't try that shit, bro. You're like, bro, what the fuck? Like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, chat. I want my chat to be a mature audience. Like, y'all niggas need to grow the fuck up. Like, high key. Cause like, I only debate because it's necessary. Because I'm gonna get subs and I'm gonna get money and I'm gonna get clout. That's an actual motive. But some of y'all niggas need to dead ass grow up. Like it's high key cringe. Um, like, bro, what the fuck? Like that shit actually weird. What did I just walk in on? Nothing relevant, I don't think. Bro, where the fuck is a video that I should watch? Low-key, I could try to go on TikTok, but I don't know any like good TikTok power skills. Or like any like TikTok power skills in general, because I'm trying to like find bad skills. Okay. Chat, what the fuck are we gonna watch? Chat, I don't know what to fucking watch, nigga. Help! Like, damn, y'all niggas just standing there. Y'all niggas are just standing there, bro. Say something, damn. Hold on. Oh, God. I think there was a power skill I wasn't a big fan of. Why did Unk make this? Why the fuck did Unk make this? Oh, it's like one of his what ifs. Okay, never mind. Why I was worried a little bit like, oh no, why did Unk do this? Bro, where the fuck is a good I don't fucking know. Okay, how strong is Goku at the start of GT? I'm gonna do this video, and there was another one I saw that kind of intrigued me. No, wait. Is it here? Dragon Ball. Where the fuck? Yeah, this nigga is shadow banned on YouTube, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna do this video as well. Because I actually have not addressed that video on stream. Nigga. Nigga, no. Ooh, bro. I don't want to go over here.
First ever Nissan Rogue Rocket.
Okay, no, we're just gonna watch this video first. Alright.
When you shop Simple Truth, you don't have to worry about artificial colors or artificial flavors because we're free from unwanted ingredients, and that makes grocery.
Prepare yourself for the next level.
I'm just gonna do this one.
Power especially, but as a Dragon Ball fan, I love GT. Well, the subs at least. Seriously, watch the subtitled version of GT is easily several times better than the English dub. It's important to note that this is the beginning of series GT Goku, so I'll not be bringing in any of the variations of the Super Saiyan forms, any of them, not even the first, because he doesn't get that till the middle of the series. I'll be addressed in later videos of scaling GT, and don't worry guys, I do want to say that I am going to be scaling Dragon Ball Super very soon as well. I'm not going to be making only GT content. I'm actually rereading the entire Dragon Ball Super manga right now to make a power scale of Dragon Ball Super.
I'm gonna speed this thing up by a few seconds.
Also, stay tuned for my video of the actual scaling of GT. It's going to be my definitive power scale. It's crazy because whatever you'll see as how strong Goku is in this video, he gets easily billions and billions of times stronger by the end of the series. Then add in the variations of the Super Saiyan 4 forms, and a Time Saiyan Kamehameha, and a Dragon Fist, it's going to get really crazy. So first we must go over Goku from Dragon Ball Z. I'm going to make my claim that base Goku at the beginning of GT is actually far stronger than Kid Buu. I know a lot of people don't like the statement and just love to downplay GT, but we must remember that GT is a continuation of the Dragon Ball Z anime. This is proven by it paying credence to the many of the fillers of the original Z anime, like the villains being in hell, and many other instances like that. Well, at the end of the Z anime, base Goku is already fighting Oob, who was at the level of Kid Buu. Now, people say that this is crazy to say because Oob is just a kid, and Goku needed to train him for 5 years at the start of GT for him to quote-unquote graduate. But that actually is not remotely correct at all, as there are multiple pieces of evidence that prove that Oob is actually incredibly powerful during the tournament. For one, not only does he fight Goku and give him a good fight, it also shocks many of the experienced fighters around him.
Okay, first of all, I wouldn't say he's equal to Kid Buu, because the thing is, right, I mean, sure, yeah, he's the reincarnation, but like there've been like reincarnations or like resurrections and stuff like that. I don't really think we should interpret the idea that Oob is equal to Kid Buu simply because of reincarnation. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, if you guys know what a fucking isekai is, or like fucking Truck-kun, like hitting your character and then he just gets reincarnated, like, we shouldn't assume that they're the same level of strength, but rather that they possess the same spirit. But still, I mean, like, I disagree. Like, I actually agree with Oob being stronger than Kid Buu, though.
Damage Goku, and he was fighting very well. Goku even said he was going to fight Oob in the first round because he wanted to fight him at 100% power. And once Goku revealed Oob's true power, he was fighting at full power, as Goku would reveal his key aura. Then at the end of the match, when Goku was about to leave, Vegeta Goku revealed Oob's true power.
I feel like, okay, first of all, this isn't actually full power Goku, because when he says 100% strength, he's not telling the truth, because we know that he has Super Saiyan and other forms. I think he's just doing this to draw out Oob's power, because we kind of see him. I think this is one of the few instances of him lying about his power and stuff like that. So I think this is just a manipulation tactic to push Oob to his very limit, or to give him like some sort of confidence boost.
He was fighting at full power, as Goku would reveal his key aura. Then at the end of the match, when Goku was about to leave, Vegeta even puts himself, Goku, and Oob all at the same level of power, above everybody else that was there. They are the only ones at that level, which actually implies that Oob is above Pan, Goten, Trunks, and even Mr. Buu. Now, people say this is nonsensical because Super Saiyan 3 Goku was relative to Kid Buu, and Super Saiyan 3 is at least a 400 times multiplier.
I mean, sure.
For Goku to be comparable to Kid Buu in his base form at the end of Z, you need to have gotten 400 times stronger. Do you really think that Goku got 400 times stronger in 10 years? Yes.
I think this meant about his base full power. I don't think that's the case. You can't necessarily, like, I think I have said some things about Vegito before that are kind of outdated, but my problem is that full power is actually in reference, and always has been in reference, to their actual max power. And we can make the case using inductive reasoning with consistency, because to say that it's a base full power is kind of nonsensical and inconsistent compared to the other instances of what is considered full power, being their actual axiomatic full power.
I don't think this is crazy whatsoever, especially when GT is a continuation of the Dragon Ball Z anime, which contains the fillers, which the fillers drastically increase the power creep in Dragon Ball.
24/7. Shower fresh.
Let's go over Goku's power increases over the course of Dragon Ball Z to determine if he could have gotten over 400 times stronger in 10 years. Let's start with King Kai's training. Goku got over 20 times stronger in less than a year while training with King Kai. His power level was slightly above 400 before the training, and it was over 8,000 after, meaning that in slightly less than a year, he got over 20 times stronger. But you add in the fact that Goku spent most of that time traveling to Snake Way, not actually training with King Kai, that means Goku really got 20 times stronger in about half a year. That's crazy, crazy levels of growth, which adds to the fact that Goku can get 400 times stronger in 10 years. Now, my next instance of Dragon Ball Z Goku getting way stronger over the time skip is when Future Trunks arrives. This is an anime-only scaling instance, which applies because this is Dragon Ball GT, a continuation of the anime. And I made an entire video dedicated to this topic, but Mecha Frieza thinks he can now defeat Super Saiyan Goku a year after his initial defeat, which implies that Frieza got way stronger, as he would also expect Goku to get stronger within this year. And there's a scene where he says he uses an attack with 10 times the power of what he used to destroy Namek. And he destroyed Namek when he was at half power in the Namek Saga, which means that his power level would be 600 million, because his full power was 120 million, his half power would be 60 million. That means if he was 10 times stronger, he would be at 600 million. Since Super Saiyan Future Trunks no-diffed him, he would be 2 times stronger because you need to be 2 times stronger to tank somebody's attacks in Dragon Ball. And Super Saiyan Goku could tank attacks from Super Saiyan Trunks, meaning he would be 2 times stronger as well. Because again, according to the guidebooks, you need to be 2 times stronger. This would mean that Super Saiyan Goku, host Yardrat, is a 2.4 billion power level, putting base Goku's power level at just shy of 50 million. We know that his base power level was 3 billion in the Namek Saga, meaning he got over 15 times stronger in around a year. Then, Goku, while training in the 3 years for the androids, gets easily way stronger, as he's fighting Piccolo, who scales well above Super Saiyan Trunks, since he was confident that he could fight the androids, by actually could mean that he's thankfully stronger than Super Saiyan Goku when he fought Trunks. And knowing that Super Saiyan Trunks was too weak, which also Super Saiyan Goku would probably be too weak as well, and we also know that base Goku in the anime could fight Piccolo, meaning that base Goku's power level is over Super Saiyan Trunks' power level at the very least, meaning that he got over 25 times stronger in the 3-year time skip. Now again, using Dragon Ball Z filler, which GT takes from, Goku gets way stronger during these 7 years in the other world, as Paikuhan is able to no-diff, one-shot, Super Perfect Cell, and later during the Otherworld tournament, Goku would fight the same Paikuhan with his base form, meaning that Goku went from being far weaker than just plain old Perfect Cell as a Super Saiyan Grade 4 to stronger than Super Perfect Cell in his base form. We know that even just Super Saiyan Gohan was stronger than Super Saiyan Goku in Grade 4, and that means that Goku got well over 100 times stronger in less than 7 years. Could be another 10 times because the Master Super Saiyan could be a 500 times multiplier, and he did this while
Yeah, it's
focusing on
very
maintaining.
consistent. It's very consistent that every training he does, like, just makes him stronger overall, like, over and over again. So we can just say with consistency that his next training boost is just going to be far superior, or just at least superior than what his past one was. So we can just make the deduction that he actually unironically got over 100 times stronger within the 10-year time skip from that arc, which is already insane enough. Hold on. Why can I not load this? Why can I not load this? But yeah, we can just argue via inductive reasoning because Broku's spitting facts. Chat, he's spitting facts.
His own Super Saiyan 2.
No, like chat. So I'm going to clarify something. So you can just argue via inductive reasoning that every single training boost that Goku gets is always like greater than the last, which is a consistent pattern, which would mean that the next training boost is going to be superior than the last. So because of that being the case, right, we can just argue via inductive reasoning that Goku's 10-year one is actually going to be superior.
And Super Saiyan 3 forms. Furthermore, the guidebooks imply that the Supreme Kai is at the level of mastered Super Saiyan Goku from the Cell games, and Supreme Kai was scared of Pui Pui. Yet, base Vegeta could no-diff Pui Pui in a single blow, adding further credence to this filler that base Goku in the Otherworld tournament is above Super Perfect Cell. So I think this firmly proves that base Goku at the end of Z is at Kid Buu levels of power. Base Goku. The statements and feats back it up, as well as the very lore of the series, showing that Goku can get incredibly strong in short periods of time. The issue here is that GT Goku is far stronger than Endo Z Goku, which is what this scenario discusses. This means that Goku trains for 5 years.
Okay, but here there is an issue that I think people weren't really understanding, because when Goku says that he was all out with Oob, which is actually very important. Yeah, okay, I'll tell you guys. So Goku here says that he actually does go all out with Oob, but this actually implies that he went Super Saiyan 3 against Oob. This actually implies he went Super Saiyan 3. And I know someone's going to say, oh, but what if it's base GT Goku's equal to Oob? That's not the case, because when the episode began, like when episode 1 began, we were already seeing the climax of the fight. Like the fight already like started off screen. So he most likely, with the evidence provided, already went Super Saiyan 3. So Oob here is actually equal to start of GT Super Saiyan 3 Goku and higher. But yeah, so Oob and Goku, I think, yeah, they would both be equal to each other, but Oob would actually be stronger than base Goku, which would be like, you know, already an insane numerics right there. Like actual, like insane metrics. But anyway, this video, I was a big fan of it. I'm not gonna finish it because I think it like covers other content I'm not really that interested in. Like I kind of really knew a lot of the stuff in question, but we're gonna go to the next video because this next video is a jumble of mess. This is a jumble of mess that I need to address in this video because I am not a big fan of these videos, bro. Yeah, 43 minutes. Yeah, what a joke. Spinning like I'm speeding this shit up by like 1.5.
Of Super Saiyan power. For those wondering, most of my evidence will come from the original Toei broadcast. Toriyama confirms it's a direct continuation of the Z anime, not the manga continuity. Of course, that does not mean I will use the Toei movies as a primary source. Continuation of the Z anime, not the manga continuity.
Okay, look. I'm not GT being canon to the manga has a little bit of slight evidence on there already. Oh, well, I should probably address Goku versus Sonic by 6 next. Okay, y'all, we'll get into that. But GT being canon to the manga is kind of iffy. Like, there's evidence, like, that it exists somewhere, which is already very fucking interesting. But this statement does not mean that it's not canon to the manga, by the way. This statement does not mean that. It just means it's canon to the anime. That's already an argument from silence, and that's already a false dilemma fallacy.
Of course, that does not mean I will use the Toei movies as a primary source. Koyama, OG movie writer, confirms the films contradict the anime. I will use the Toei movies as a primary source. Koyama, OG.
Okay, hold on. Don't ask for consistency in settings between TV series and the movie version. In many cases, the movie version had to be produced when future development of the series was still unknown, and sometimes development would had to include contradictions. Yeah, exactly. So first of all, right, this doesn't actually mean the movies are not canon. It just means that there are like contradictions, but like not like true contradictions that contradict the laws of logic. Like that's not what it means. Like that's not what it means. It just means that in context how things are inconsistent because of bad studio planning. So this doesn't actually fucking debunk anything. Like, congratulations, nigga. This is ABC info. My God, bro.
G movie writer confirms the films contradict the anime due to having to write them months in advance, while the manga and anime are being produced. Despite the movies using the anime as its basis, Koyama concedes that it is better to view.
Oh, okay. So as the screenwriter who created Gem and Broly, it would be better if you thought of them as in parallel worlds rather than being in the same world. No. So guys, this doesn't actually mean that they are in separate timelines. You guys need to read it correctly. He says that it would be better if you thought which is subjective. It would be better if you yourself, not him, not the writers, you thought of them as being in parallel worlds rather than being in the same world, because you don't have to think about consistency between the two worlds. So basically he's saying that it is better to think of them as separate timelines to make your understanding on the series easier and more simpler to understand. Not that that personal view is objective. He's basically saying that you can view it that way to make things better. So this doesn't actually mean the movies are not canon in any way whatsoever. Like some nigga was dead ass sending this shit to me, and he was trying to rat too.
View films like Fusion Reborn or Cooler as self-contained stories, rather than following a single continuing timeline. He says this many times, by the way. He goes
wait,
Cooler
what?
as self-contained stories, rather than following a single continuing timeline. He says this.
Please accept and enjoy some inconsistencies. Please understand the difficulty of putting the movie version in between while the original and TV series are present at the same time. Yeah, it's just bad studio planning. Hold on. So this is actually a Nirvana fallacy because you're setting a perfect standard that the movies cannot have any inconsistencies or they're not canon. Like, nigga, what are you talking about, dude? Inconsistencies don't contradict the laws of logic.
Despite the movies using the anime as its basis, Koyama concedes that it is better to view films like Born or Cooler as self-contained stories, rather than following a single continuing timeline. He says this many times.
Basically, it should be shared and written. Okay. Yeah, he's just saying that there's really bad planning. He's saying that there are contradictions or inconsistencies present because of bad studio planning and because of like simultaneous progression, which is going to cause some inconsistencies within the narrative, but it's still valid. Like there are stories with a shitload of inconsistencies like Star Wars, but there are a lot of things about it that are still canon. No, okay, but okay, so Abaid. All right, so Abaid, you're taking the scan out of context again. So I don't know why there's people still talking to me and subscribing to my channel and still thinking the movies are not canon. If you genuinely believe that, you're retarded. I'm sorry. You just ride the short bus. Anyway, he says it would be better if you're taking the scan out of context because you just cherry picked a certain little statement from a certain little part of Koyama's statement. It would be better does not objectify it. Oh, so you think the movies are canon? Okay, I don't know what he's doing, bro.
by the way,
Wait, what was the last one?
or cooler as self-contained stories, rather than following a single continuing timeline. He says this many times by
Sorry that I couldn't give a full answer. Please, okay, during the broadcast, there are times when I did, where, okay, future development. So there will be some contradictions inside. Yeah, basically, it just means that there is some inconsistencies between the movies and the anime that's going to be present. But there's a difference between a contradiction and a true contradiction in logic. No, the movies do not contain a true contradiction in logic. The movies are canon to Dragon Ball. They're just different continuities. Yeah, you're a retard. Get the fuck out. Anyway, yeah, we can debate it. My cord is Saucy Burger. We can run it right now.
the way. He goes on to apply the same logic to Hotshot's story.
Originally, okay, so this is also another fallacious argument because this is kind of just repeating the last claim that he had. So originally, Hachiak was a character created in the game, so I think it would be better to think of him. Yeah, I think it would be better to think of him as a separate timeline from the Z movie. But sure. And also Hachiak, I don't think Hachiak is really relevant either. So this kind of just repeats the same claim.
Story despite including some movie villains. He then says the author's opinion is the official opinion, nicely directed to Toriyama's statement.
Okay, so first of all, you're taking that out of context. So the author's view is going to be the official opinion, right? But when he says I take the movies as stories in a different dimension from the main story of the comic, he says that he's saying that statement in the stance of just an audience member. He's not trying to objectify that. I take, right, is different from it is. I take, or like I view them as a different dimension, and I'm entirely just an audience member for them. So he's basically making a subjective stance of what Toriyama is saying. And even if we take this statement as truly objective, that would be the case for only the manga and not the anime. And don't give me that bullshit saying, oh, but the anime is an adaptation of the manga. There can literally be extended stories of the anime that we've seen before, like filler. And the movies are also a form of filler. These movies were technically made to entertain viewers when the manga and anime were catching up and stuff like that. So they basically follow the same format as filler. So this argument is just filled with ignorance. This is literally an argument from ignorance.
The films are in fact in different dimensions. Anyone who thinks Toriyama's opinion is
I never said, in my case, I had close meetings with the original editor and made changes about his work. It was difficult to serialize manga and produce an animated version at the same time. There were things that, okay.
Invalid because he didn't work on the films is invalid. Koyama clarified the film scenarios were approved by
Okay.
Toei, Toriyama, and his editor. Then, the guidebooks confirmed the films are often movie events.
The script was written and checked with both the original author and Toei, which means the script was approved by both sides.
The film scenarios were approved by Toei, Toriyama, and his editor. Then, the guidebooks confirmed the films are often movie events only.
Okay, so this is just another argument from ignorance. So basically, movie only just means that it's just movie only. Like you're taking that out of context. So guys, when they say things like anime only, manga only, movie only, they're basically saying that anime only is just, it's not, you're assuming it's continuity in context. Like movie only can just mean that it's only in a movie. Like it's not within the episodic format of the anime. Like you're taking that incredibly out of context. Like holy fucking ratting. That's like saying manga. Yeah, like if something is manga only, it just means that it's only in a manga format. Or if something is anime only, it only is part of it's just anime only. It doesn't have a manga. So you're assuming that has to be in a continuity type of scenario. Like, that's retarded. I'm not trying to argue or being disingenuous. Are you saying that the movies are in the same continuity of Super and or GT? Yes, they are. They're in the same continuity.
Dimensions. Anyone who thinks Toriyama's opinion is invalid because he didn't work on the films is invalid. Koyama clarified the film scenarios were approved by Toei.
Okay, but the thing is, yeah, Toriyama can like kind of like approve scripts and stuff like that, but he himself, I don't think Toriyama really wants to view himself in a high regard, right? So it being like I take isn't necessarily like he's literally just taking it. It's literally just a personal perspective. He's trying to set the stance as an audience member. Like, he doesn't really judge the plot of the movies. But even if we take that statement as true, it can mutually exist with the anime.
Toriyama and his editor. Then the guidebooks confirmed the films are often movie events.
And also we literally have the Garlic Jr. arc just proving every movie is canon, like axiomatically, and the Daizenshuu timeline including other movies.
Examples are Tree of Mind, Android 13, and
okay, so this is another bad argument because the thing is, the statement literally says it could be said that these are events of a parallel world. It could, but it doesn't necessarily have to be the case. And also, let's actually read this. The time period can be inferred from the fact that Dr. Gero is exterminated during the course of the film and that Goku cannot become a Super Saiyan. However, at the time frame, Goku was either passed out or his contagious disease or in the middle of a training room in Spirited Time. So the reason why that would appear impossible is just that the movies didn't really know about future developments, right? So of course it's going to appear a little inconsistent. It's just a plot inconsistency. So if Goku has the heart disease for one scene and then he just doesn't and then he has it again, that's not a contradiction. That's just really shitty writing. Some people really just confuse shitty writing or plot holes for a literal true contradiction, which are legit just not the same thing.
And Bio Broly, due to the many contradictions in the original story. But no.
Wait, hold on.
Only example.
A time period can be inferred that Dr. Gero, okay.
Are Tree of Mind, Android 13, and Bio Broly, due to the
from the fact, okay, this one is okay, the Super Warrior defeat, I'm the one who will win. Oh yeah, from the fact that this movie, number 18 President Mr. Satan hand over the prize money, it can be a conclusion that it's after the 2015 Tenkaichi Budokai. However, during this time frame, the Super Warriors would be extremely busy in the Battle of Majin Buu, so it's a movie-only story. Okay, so let's actually dissect this. I actually haven't read this one yet. But the thing is, like, movie only story, like, this could just be in reference to the manga, deductively speaking, because there's consistent evidence that the anime can mutually exist within these movies. So if we were to take the idea that movie only is supposed to like be a separate thing continuity wise, that can just be a thing only like for the manga deductively. And also, prize money, this must be after the conclusion. This must. Let's actually look at what hold on. Let's actually this must be. All right, let's actually search up what must is. Must. This should have to be. This has to be. The
many contradictions in the original story. But numbers, you should report though. Wrong, because GT Goku said so, and Super 17 arc.
Okay, oh my god, Numbers, you're an actual retard. He says that he fell down once. The other times he's went to hell are literally through pure speed or teleportation.
Goku says he visited hell once from the time he fell off.
No, I fell down here once, retard. Don't fucking say this shit, bro. You're fucking retarded. You're actually retarded. He fell down once. Not he's visited places. He's visited places in hell through like fucking pure speed or teleportation. You're an actual that this nigga's an actual retard.
Off Snake Way, even though he went there with Pycon in the anime filler arc. Second visit was when Koyama's child was causing issues in hell in his third film. Then he fought there against Janemba, meaning Fusion Reborn never happened. But cooler cameo though. Who cares? The Daizenshi already said Dead Zone and Movie 5 were the only valid films to be included in its timeline.
Wait. Hold on. Wait. Goku faces Garlic Jr.'s gang when kidnapped Gohan. Cooler invades Earth and battles Goku. Okay, so first of all, the problem with this argument is this is an argument from silence fallacy. Just because two timelines are labeled in the timeline does not mean that every single other movie is disconnected. That's super disingenuous. And by the way, right, the Daizenshu was released before GT. Do you know how many fucking movie connections we see in GT? In fact, in Wrath of the Dragon, Videl, or like the Saiyaman 2 outfit, right, that we see in Wrath of the Dragon is in GT. It's fucking in GT. And Goku talking about fusion type shit with Vegeta is after the release of the Daizenshu 7. So we can't just be having pre-existing shit trying to quote-unquote contradict GT. Because that's not true, right? And also, the problem with this argument is like, okay, so like by your logic, Goku slapping Bulma's panties is not labeled in the Daizenshu, so therefore it never happened. Yeah, that's actually delusional.
Fine, except for all the other ones.
Huh? Wait, what? No, Icarus was first introduced in Tree of Mind. However, it's a movie-only event and cannot be a part, and is not part of the official timeline. Yet he still appears in movie 5, Cooler, and Garlic Jr.'s anime arc, not only contradicting the guidebook, but also supporting the idea that neither Garlic Jr. or Pycon filler arcs happened in GT. Wait, why? Why? What the fuck? Why? Wait, hold on. Yeah, he still appears in the movie 5, Cooler, and Garlic Jr.'s anime arc, not only contradicting the guidebook, but also supporting the idea. Wait, what the? No, I need to read this shit again. Oh, wait, hold on. I think I know this right. Yeah, so basically, cameos in movie 5 equals anime equals canon. Okay, so first of all, right, they're all canon because it's Occam's razor, and it would be more likely to say it's the case that it's the actual Icarus instead of a quote-unquote parallel Icarus that you're using fucking headcanons to justify. Because movie only does not necessarily, it does not necessarily have to be the case.
This means the films are not in one timeline, or they can be, but must not follow the anime.
Wait, what the fuck?
At all. Plus, several villains returned without ever meeting Goku before. GT Cooler can have a similar history.
Wait, what?
At all. Plus, several villains returned without ever meeting Goku before. GT Cooler can have a similar history.
Wait, are you saying GT Cooler is a thing? The fuck?
Also wrong once again. Movie 13.
Oh, what the fuck?
Goku before. GT Cooler can have a similar history. Also wrong once again.
Wait, Goku has been able to improve his power every time he meets a strong enemy, but even when he is at peace, he never neglects his training and it demonstrates a new technique. Wait, let's actually look up what new means, because this is just him being disingenuous again. So we're going to look at what new means. Definition. So new definition means not existing before or made, introduced, or discovered recently or now for the first time. So the thing is, right, you can't quantify, you actually can't, okay, hold on.
Movie 13 guidebooks confirm Goku secretly trained to develop the technique.
Wait, what?
Also wrong once again.
Wait, Goku has always been able to improve his power. Okay, a Dragon Fist that can only be mastered by trained Goku. And so, okay.
Movie 13 guidebooks confirm Goku secretly trained to develop the technique. Facing Hirudegarn has zero relevance to the development of the technique. GT Goku has had 15 years of training since the defeat of Kid Buu.
Wait, what? Why is that relevant?
Also wrong once again. Movie 13 guidebooks confirm Goku secretly trained to develop the technique.
Right, and he used it against Hirudegarn, and then he uses it in GT. What's the fucking problem?
Facing Hirudegarn has zero relevance to the development of the technique. GT Goku has had 15 years of training since the defeat of Kid Buu to make one simple technique. Heck, Goku from
Wait, what? Goku has had 15 years because to make one simple technique? Brother, the Wrath of the Dragon movie is after the fucking Buu saga. Are you retarded? What? That has nothing to do with the original training. Are you stupid? Why is that relevant?
Kakarot can use it, and he never fights Hirudegarn in the game. But Fusion Dance and Ken and Gogeta, though? Doesn't matter. Piccolo can mimic the same movements after watching Goku do it once. Is Vegeta...
Wait, what?
Ken and Gogeta, though?
Wait.
Heck, Goku from Kakarot can use it, and he never fights Hirudegarn in the game. But Fusion Dance and Ken and Gogeta, though? Doesn't matter. Piccolo can mimic the same movements after watching Goku do it once. Is Vegeta, the prodigy fighter, gonna have trouble doing some simple movements? Who doesn't have to be bound by the stupidity of his super counterpart? Vegeta can fuse.
Okay, so first of all, this is actually hilariously wrong because the thing is, you cannot apply Piccolo's perfectionist to Vegeta's strategist, you cannot apply Piccolo's perfect try and Vegeta's perfect try because Goku and Vegeta both messed up. You're assuming that has to be perfect, and literally in the same fucking arc, Goku mentions the same mistake Vegeta had in the original movie. He's talking about, oh yeah, his fingers didn't line up. Or his fingers this, his fingers that. That's in the original Japanese, by the way. They literally mentioned the same flaw from the Fusion Reborn movie.
Fighter gonna have trouble doing some simple movements. Who doesn't have to be bound by the stupidity of his super counterpart? Vegeta can fuse on the first try because the script said so. It does not have to have a deeper explanation than that. And no, the guidebook is saying design and character-wise, Gogeta return.
Wait, Gogeta appeared in the first movie, Dragon Ball Fusion Resurrection. Goku and Vegeta released in spring 1995.
Not in terms of continuity.
Wait, you're saying that is the case. You need to prove your interpretation. You're saying if you said that it can be the case, sure, man. But like that could just be skepticism. But you're saying that is the case. That's not the case. What the fuck are you talking about? Wait, you're saying that is the case. That's your burden to prove that.
Otherwise, I can say Gogeta from Super is the same as his hero Zeno counterpart. Like, obviously, there are many Gokus and there are many Gogetas. Different continuities, different scaling. But since this is a composite overview for Baby, I'll include them only for his composite high-end scaling, not for his standard narrative profile. You're welcome, GT fans. Come along with me and hold my hands as we step into the grand tour of Baby's road to salvation. Before he invaded Earth, Baby was nothing more than an experiment, a neo-machine mutant used to preserve the King of Tuffle's consciousness, due to the once allied Saiyans now taking over their home planet. Many years pass until Baby awakens and enacts his plan to eradicate the Saiyan. Oh wait, much like Cell or Majin Buu, Baby requires energy to get his revenge. When discovered,
Tuffles, right? As if the plan to eradicate the Saiyans movie isn't canon. Sure, man. Sure.
discovered by our heroes, Trunks views Baby's potential as unfathomable. If he were to mature, the entire universe would be in danger. Not even Goku or the Z Fighters could stop it. Yet Baby's infant stage prevents him from exploring his full capabilities. Initially, Baby's raw aura was strong enough to knock out the three Saiyans, impressing Goku and Trunks for his ever-increasing ki. But the combined might of Goku, Trunks, and Pan was enough to threaten Baby's life, barely surviving thanks to Dr. Mew and Rildo. Does this mean a non-host Baby is as weak as a normal baby? Obviously no. Plenty of missing context elaborate on Baby's growth and the cast. Firstly, Dr. Mew gives Baby the energy collected over the years and from Lude. Being one of Baby's creations, Lude is a god of destruction, capable of destroying the chaotic universe.
Hey, yo, stronger than Beerus, though.
Simply from the life force of its cult members, its level 2 state was strong enough to impress Goku. Although Goku and Trunks struggle against Lude, it's not because they are weak. For one, both Saiyans focused on safe Ku notes to damage Lude. Only after absorbing Pan, Perfect Files claims Lude as the strongest machine mutant Dr. Mew created. Yet, Rildo is later labeled the actual strongest mutant, due to not having the core weakness Lude possessed, Mew created. Yet, Rildo is the next issue about Lude. The Perfect Files claims Lude as the strongest machine mutant Dr. Mew created. Yet, Rildo is later labeled the actual strongest mutant, due to not having the core weakness Lude possessed, allowing Goku and Pan the chance to destroy it for good. Even with this title, Rildo was sweating seeing Goku's unquantifiable power level, believing that Super Mega Ken and Sigma would not come out unscathed.
Wait, what the fuck? Wait, hold on. What? What did you say?
Claims Lude as the strongest machine mutant Dr. Mew created.
Wait, okay. So first of all, right, Wait, you're saying that's a contradiction. You're not reading the guidebook correctly. So this is already proof that Numbers is intellectually dishonest. So he's not actually reading the guidebook correctly because he's assuming that strongest machine mutant must mean the strongest machine mutant like within the universe or like existing. But this argument is bad because it could just be a narrative statement, and it's probably just a narrative statement. It's more likely to be the case because those two statements can mutually exist at once without really necessitating a contradiction. Because Rildo was not introduced yet.
Yet, Rildo is later labeled the actual strongest mutant, due to not having the core weakness Lud possessed, allowing Goku and Pan the chance to destroy it for good. Even with this title, Rildo was sweating seeing Goku's unquantifiable power level, believing that Super Mega Ken and Sigma would not come out unscathed facing Goku, straight up willing to take out Goku now before he regains consciousness. This assessment gets proven correct later. Individually, Goku claims that it's been a while since he felt awesome power on their level. You may think this means they scaled to level 3 Lud, but that is sadly inaccurate. Goku backtracks his statements. Before fighting, Goku doesn't. This means they scaled to level 3
what?
individually. Goku claims that
It's been a long time since I've met any. Wait. Hold on.
Goku now before he regains consciousness. This assessment gets proven correct later. Individually,
You guys are awesome, huh?
Goku claims that it's been a while since he felt awesome power on their level. You may think this means they scaled to level 3 Lud, but that is sadly inaccurate. Goku backtracks his statements. Before fighting, Goku doesn't view them as anything special. The Sigma Force believe they overpowered Goku before and after their fusion.
Wait, hold on. Wait. That's already a shit ton of assumptions. What the fuck?
Before fighting, Goku doesn't view them as anything special.
How does that mean? How does that debunk this statement? That could just mean that base Goku is stronger than Lud now.
The Sigma Force believe they
Like, those two statements can mutually exist.
overpowered Goku before and after their fusion. Except Goku suppresses true base power to test their abilities if they were an actual challenge, but still left unimpressed, despite Giru giving the Sigma Force battle data on Goku prior. He still
But
folds
sure, actually, I don't even think this shit is relevant. We're gonna go to the next part.
afterward. This tells us that I vote either enemy in a Super Saiyan 1 state, regardless if GT Goku gets huge Zenkais throughout the first arc or not. Finally, circling back to Baby, who has Lud's power, would be relative to Super Saiyan 1 Goku. This makes sense because Baby survived a point-blank base Kamehameha while off guard, impressive enough for Goku to point out. Although this might make Goten and Trunks stronger than Boo and Baby as Super Saiyans. Infant Baby admits Trunks' bottomless power and Super Saiyan was too much for him to handle, implying his possession hacks requires a relative or superior battle power to succeed. It did work on Goten, but the narrator explains he powered up, evolving into his child stage after possessing several people, later stating Goten could not take Baby's power so lightly. Yet Goten claims his power is above average, kinda proving his point by casually slapping him down in base form. Crazy at first, but Chosenshu 4 explains GT Goten's
Wait, where the fuck is this? A dangerous pair of super warriors under arrest. Why the fuck is he mentioned here? In Yo back to the okay. He fused against Go. Okay, he participated in God and God. He respected Trunks and okay.
strength is alive and well, despite taking a break from training. Trunks, however, was slacking due to having to work. Even so, this supports both teams having greater potential than even Gohan, for being a tailless Saiyan and having power equal to grade 4 Gohan as a child.
We're calling on all late-night coders, early morning gamers, self-proclaimed space
bro.
geeks, stargazing science junkies, and especially square peg in a round
I don't care.
Oh yes, Baby was likely holding back since he was waiting for Goten to use his full power. Yet when he does control Goten, his memory says Gohan is superior, as well as labeling Vegeta the strongest Saiyan currently on Earth. Yet prior, Goten believed Goku would not lose to Baby's current level. I'd say this gets solidified since Goten's power somewhat challenged Super Saiyan Gohan, who also kept up with his training according to the Perfect File.
No. He didn't.
Even they could not beat base GT Goku when Baby possessed them, establishing a clear narrative that Baby had to grow stronger to surpass Goku's level. What better way to achieve this goal than by possessing the strongest body? Right before he bodies Piccolo for the loss, GT Vegeta gets caught off guard at first by both Saiyans, but Vegeta can overpower them too. This means GT Vegeta and Goku are above Gohan, who should surpass his Buu Saga ultimate self, by a debatable amount, saying Gohan who bullied Super Buu and rivaled Buu tanks even if outclassed. This power now belongs to Baby as he takes over Vegeta, likewise agreeing to have obtained the mightiest fighting body in the universe. That low-key implies GT Vegeta is stronger than GT Goku at this point in the story, regardless of his grudge towards the Saiyan being a reason to disregard him as a candidate. Also,
I wouldn't necessarily. Wait. What?
stronger than GT Goku at this point in the story, regarding body in the universe. That low-key implies GT Vegeta is stronger than GT Goku at this point in the
I've obtained it. The mightiest body in the universe. I don't think he really knows.
mightiest fighting body in the universe. That low-key implies GT Vegeta is stronger than GT Goku at this point in the story. regardless of his grudge towards the Saiyan being a reason to disregard him as a candidate. Also, the perfect files acknowledge Baby's powers. Not even Vegeta's ki can undo his possession. Baby shows off his mutated Super Saiyan form. The perfect files describe how the form now turns silver instead of yellow, as noted by retaining the yellow aura color. Years later, Toriyama canonizes S cells of all things to the form. It's likely Baby's interference with these S cells distorts the look. Plus, Baby Vegeta does have S cells of all things to the form. It's likely Baby's interference with these S cells distorts the look. Plus, Baby Vegeta does have a base form, which will be important in a minute. Anyways, Baby's revenge against Goku comes to fruition. With Vegeta's powers, he casually bullies base Goku unlike anyone before, forcing Goku to go straight to Super Saiyan 3. Yet Baby smiles after taking his punch.
Yeah, probably because that form is actually stronger than 3, but sure.
Goku admits Baby rivals, if not surpasses, his power. Keep in mind, the perfect files confirm Goku's child's body didn't reduce his power, only his stamina. This means adults Goku would not have fared much better without the stamina issue. Baby would prove this point by evolving further, getting amped by Goku's friends, achieving his strongest form 1, an enhanced mutated Super Saiyan 2 variant. Now claiming to
It's
have
not a Super Saiyan 2 variant.
the greatest Saiyan power ever. Goku agrees he's never felt anything close to Baby's ki before. Let's flash back a bit. Baby is stronger than Frieza and Cell. Both have anime statements to have the power to destroy the universe. Both characters are inferior to every version of Buu by Cell's admission when Kid Buu appeared. Baby likewise surpasses the power of Buhan and Kid Buu, one who screamed the entire infinite universe with his ki. As described by Mos Daizenshuu, an universal-sized grand pocket realm given its vast cluster of stars and to confirm universal-size heaven via pixel scaling. This planet can hold a universal pocket realm given its vast cluster of stars. Debatable, sure, but he still damaged the world of Kais, a realm 1/10 the size of the macrocosm that contains many universal or infinite sized realms. It goes so far that the anime has the narrator and Goku claim he's the strongest enemy and version of Buu he has ever faced. Even after facing both Buu tanks and Buhan, Baby would be more powerful and faster than Buu Saga Goku or whichever Buu. Faster than the Goku who dodged a meteor while traveling hundreds to trillions of times faster than light pre 100 times gravity training. Faster than Kid Buu traversing galaxy distances while destroying them, giving Goku a hard time despite all his growth since Namek Saga. It's worse because both Goku and the guidebooks imply Otherworld has no flow of time. Although Koyama implies it does have one, but of a separate or higher dimensional level than 4D.
Okay, that's literally debunked by higher authorities.
If you allow movie canon, you can go as far as saying Baby surpasses everything Z-related. Above Garlic Jr., who created a potential 4D super space black hole with rely on the top of them debatably equal in power according to one promo source. Above Metacooler's infinite speed and saying he's the strongest in all.
Wait, what?
Mid-instant movement during combat. Then, of course, above Problem Child, Koyama was direct in saying he's the strongest in all Z history, but would not include GT. Whether I hype or downplay Super Baby 1, he can scale relative to or beyond the Buu Saga era, especially when he bullied GT Goku, whose leaps above his previous self and max power. What better way to solidify their comments than by going even further beyond? Thanks to absorbing the ki of the Earth's population, achieving his strongest form 2, a mutated Super Saiyan 3 variant, resembling the form as hinted by the Perfect Files, on top of evolving from the initial mutated Super Saiyan 1. Thus, the worst lowball makes him 8 times stronger than Super Saiyan 3 GT.
Literally no.
Goku, at least when using guidebook multipliers, but it's likely higher. Or is he using Ultra Instinct? We finally reached the moment I've been waiting to talk about. You see, Baby uses Vegeta's technique, the Revenge Death Ball, nearly atomizing Goku had it not been for Kibito Kai saving him, except the explosive was so destructive that the shockwave pushed Kibito Kai off balance, dropping Goku into the unknown, eventually falling into the Sokuroku space. Reminder, using instant transmission takes you to the teleportation zone, a reality that is outside or beyond the concept of time. Weirdly proven true in Xenoverse 1, where Goku teleports to the crack of time, also located outside of time.
Wait, what? Wait. Is Numbers cooking? Wait. Who turned the stove on? Wait, because I thought that shit was cold. No. Chat, the stove is on. Yo. The stove is on. Yo. Look, I look, numbers. I don't like your explanation of movie canon. Okay? I think it's not good. All right? I think it's horrible. But this? Wait. The stove is on. I just hope he doesn't burn it. He cannot burn the cook, bro. Don't you fucking burn it.
Revenge Death Ball, nearly atomizing Goku had it not been for Kibito Kai saving him, except the explosive was so destructive that the shockwave pushed Kibito Kai off balance, dropping Goku into the unknown, eventually falling into the Sokuroku space. Reminder, using instant transmission takes you to the teleportation zone, a reality that is outside or beyond the concept of time. Weirdly proven true in Xenoverse 1, where Goku teleports to the crack of time, also located outside of time. Yet baby Shockwave reached Kibito Kai. Lastly, Sokuroku space is a reality beyond the concept of time and space. The Kaioshins admit they have no power or authority over that space. Even so, Goku eventually destroys Sokuroku space. Thus, Goku and baby are outer-versal. That's right. Nobody can beat Goku. Okay, sarcasm aside, we have to discuss the misconceptions surrounding baby's attack and the cosmology.
What?
First, going beyond space and time is not default outer-versal. It could mean it's beyond the normal concept of 3D and 4D spacetime. Second, I lied. Subspace is beyond the concept of spacetime, not Sokuroku space. Even then, labeling subspace as 5D as a law ball would still be accurate to how it's defined. Exactly like Garlic Jr. subspace word usage, labeling subspace as 5D as a law ball would still be accurate to how it's defined.
Wait, what?
Not Sokuroku.
The subspace. Also, there are subspaces that don't belong to anywhere in the world in Figure 1. There's any concept of space and time there. They are located between dimensions and detached from it.
Roku space. Even then, labeling subspace as 5D as a law ball would still be accurate to how it's defined. Exactly like Garlic Jr. subspace word usage could give it 4D scaling rather than outer.
Wait, nigga, what? It's beyond the universe. Wait, hold on. What? If there's no space or time, that includes time, brother. What are you talking about?
Scaling. Also, both the time chamber and Sokuroku space are within subspace, not that they are the subspace. It's like saying that showing a planet that resides within a universe somehow makes you universal. That's just a terrible association fallacy. Plus, both realms don't function the same way subspace does. Both Goku and the guidebooks confirm the time chamber is about the size of Earth with a separate flow of time.
No, that's the surface.
Then Random Space Tanuki says the board game realm is in between dimensions. Kibito Kai likewise says it's a different dimension of space. Even the narrator confirms it is in an area between space and time, meaning both realms are bound to space and time concepts.
Wait, why?
Narrator confirms it is in an area between space and
Yeah, an outer versal realm can be that's possible for an outer versal realm.
time, meaning both realms are
The room, as well as the interdimensional Sugoroku space, are examples of such worlds that are separate from the universe. Wait, what? Where is this? Okay. Okay, so they're separated from the universe, the world entirely. Wait, the world entirely. What? What the fuck does that mean? Like the macrocosm? I thought, okay, you know, that I don't even know. But first of all, okay, so this is just like a nominal fallacy. Let's actually look at what interdimensional means. So something that exists between dimensions. An outer versal realm can be between two dimensions. Like, let me guys give you an example. So if I have a bowl, right? And like a giant plate, and there are two other mini plates inside of these, and there are two like mini plates inside of this bigger plate. This plate is still going to be in between those two plates because the properties of that plate like are still in between those plates, technically speaking. So that can still work. And interdimensional just means that it's between dimensions. So this still supports my point. Like, not a bowl, like a plate.
bound to space and time concepts. Heck, we don't even know if it's a planetary or universal size realm or if it's above time.
Well, first of all, if you know how set theory works, we would know that it's a bigger thing than the entire infinite universe.
Hard to argue if it is somehow a higher reality when it relies on speculation and headcanon. As such, neither.
Wait, why does it rely on speculation and headcanon? So, like, the Kais blatantly said that they do not have any power or authority over this realm. Like, if it was something zero-dimensional, that wouldn't necessarily be the case. Why would what? They literally have control over the entire universe. They created the entire macrocosm, and they don't even have the power to have authority over the entire over the Sugoroku space. And it says that no one from the outside can help. And it's between life and death. You can make the argument. And also Xenoverse, yeah, and the subspace blatantly is beyond time and space. And Baby did affect that realm. So even if you want to say that it is not this realm, it is not the Sugoroku space, the Sugoroku space is irrelevant, that doesn't matter. Because the subspace, which you appeal to, can be blatantly outerversal.
either are outer-versal even if they exist inside subspace. Lastly, there is the realm's destruction. Initially, Goku was bound by its rules and could not channel his ki. Only after the board game gods found out the Tanukis were cheating did the realm collapse on itself. They intended them to wander between dimensions. The Dragon Ball website agrees it unraveled upon itself and not by Goku's raw aura, allowing Goku to use his ki again and questionably open a rift before they got consumed. We've seen that done before.
Open a rift? Brother, he did not open a rift. That is just super disingenuous. What the fuck are you talking about?
Super Buu caused a time-space rift by accident inside the time chamber.
That's not the Kamehameha, though. You're literally, you're just, how does that logically follow, brother? That's not a warping ability. Because if the game gets destroyed, and it's the game that gets destroyed, not the dimension. So literally, if the game gets destroyed, then they wander between dimensions forever. Why would they want, to destroy their own dimension? That doesn't make any sense.
Site agrees if the Tanukis were cheating, did the realm collapse on itself.
It's not the realm, it's the game.
They intended them to wander between dimensions. The Dragon Ball website agrees it unraveled upon itself and not by Goku's raw aura, allowing Goku to use his ki again and questionably open a rift before they got consumed. We've seen that done before.
It's not a rift.
Super Saiyan God is more impressive. He almost collapsed the entire macrocosm by accident just because his ki control was trash. Vegeta is stronger than God Goku and can break out of the time chamber in base form. Omen Goku shook ki control version. Super Saiyan God is more impressive. He almost collapsed the entire macrocosm by...
Yeah, you're literally just assuming. You're literally just assuming. Oh, what the fuck? I think I just skipped the entire video. I'm gonna go back.
Sometimes the greatest rush
Yeah, it's not a fucking rift. Are you retarded?
just because his ki control of nothing Super Broly and Super Gogeta feeds even into a reality beyond time and space. Gives it outer-versal implications.
A world of nothingness, of this place where determined power... Okay, wait, what?
Omen Goku shook a void of nothingness not bound to time and space. Even one guidebook Loki gives it outer-versal implications.
Wait, what? Not bound by time and space? Brother, are you stupid? Literally, are you stupid? Because legit, if you actually pay attention, that you admitted that the subspace actually has that scaling. And baby Vegeta shook the damn place, brother. Why are you doing this, bro? This is super disingenuous.
Lastly, Super Broly and Super Gogeta punched into a reality beyond time and space.
The same spacing question also has implications of being a place in between dimensions, which is just correlation to it potentially being the subspace or a fucking Sugoroku space, which just kind of proves the point, bro. I don't know what you're doing.
The point is that those feats, though impressive, are not hailed as outer feats. Even with their fluffy term usage, many scalers and debaters don't give Super the benefit of the doubt. It should be no different for GT. Goku didn't cause the initial collapse, preventing him or Baby the full credit for
That's the game.
the feat. The last nail in the coffin is that the Dragon Ball website says Goku and the Tanukis were spat out into the vacuum of space.
Wait, they were spat out?
The last nail in the coffin is that the Dragon Ball website says Goku...
Okay, they get spat out into space. Wait. See, what do you mean by spat out? Because if you destroy it with the Kamehameha, of course you're gonna get spat out into space. Like, brother, that's not a mutual exclusion.
Goku and the Tanukis were spat out.
That's
into
not
the
a mutual
vacuum of space,
exclusion.
where Kabito Kai teleport them to safety, rather than specifically spat out into the outer-versal subspace. Sad to say, but the most it gives Baby is beyond 4D range or spatial hacks. If the shockwave speed can reach Kabito
Wait, hacks?
subspace. Sad to say, but the most it gives Baby is beyond 4D range or spatial hacks.
Okay, so first of all, this argument is disingenuous because legit.
If the shockwave speed can reach Kabito Kai in the beyond 4D teleportation zone. Kind of like...
Okay, so first of all, that's not even true because the shockwaves are a literal byproduct of ki, which is just AP. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, what are you talking about?
beyond 4D range or spatial hacks. If the shockwave speed can reach Kabito Kai in the beyond 4D teleportation zone. Kind of like Janemba's reality warping hacks range as a comparison.
That's not hacks, nigga. Why are you stupid?
Although that's still charitable, because shaking something like a planet doesn't default to planet level AP unless proven otherwise.
Well, the thing is, you're comparing a fucking planetary feat to a fucking outer versal destruction or an outer versal shaking feat, which is a completely different analogy.
He didn't shake or destroy the teleportation zone, subspace, or Sogoroku space. Sadly,
Wait, he didn't shake it? Bro, what are you talking about? Then how is Goku being flung?
Unless proven otherwise. He didn't shake or destroy the teleportation zone, subspace, or Sogoroku space. Sadly, even the perfect files agree Sogoroku space is just another random dimension.
Is it just another random dimension? The other dimension? Wait, this is just another nominal fallacy. Just because it's labeled as a dimension does not mean that it has a dimension. Like, okay, numbers, you're retarded. Literally, you cannot describe an outer-versal realm within fiction without accidentally implying spatial properties. Literally, a place is a location. A location, literally this. Oh, this place, this area. These are all spatial words. Okay, that's a nominal fallacy. You legit cannot describe an outer-versal place. Like, that's just super disingenuous. Oh my god, bro. He is competing in the Super Goku game, however, it is Goku that sees blah 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 blah. The Super Goku collapses, Goku escapes, and is saved by the Kaioshin. In this alternate dimension, governed by the rules of Suguro, you can okay.
Mention, as well as collapsing on itself. If you still disagree after all that, then here's my rebuttal. The subspace description came from Chozenshu 4. The updated guidebook of the Daizenshu includes Z, Super, and GT material. This means it's not a GT exclusive lore statement. It can apply to most continuities of Dragon Ball's cosmology. If it is material, this description can mention, as well
Let me see.
as collapsing on itself. If you still disagree after
If I still disagree, brother, I disagree because I think your argument is illogical and doesn't create a mutual exclusion. Like, of course, the game is going to break out and Goku destroyed that dimension and he still needed, Goku would escape with the Kamehameha and is saved by the Kaioshin, which is when he leaves.
even the perfect files agree Sokuroku space is just another random dimension, as well as collapsing on itself. If you still disagree after all that, then here's my rebuttal. The subspace description came from Chozenshu 4. The updated guidebook of the Daizenshu includes Z, Super, and GT material. This means it's not a GT.
Chozenshu includes Battle of Gods into its timeline, yet still excludes every other Toei film, with the exception that the includer means that the film should be considered in alternate timelines. Should still be what?
Exclusive lore statement.
Bro, what?
Can apply to most continuities of Dragon Ball's cosmology.
Oh, hell no, not this one. Akira Toriyama, The World of Dragon Ball art exhibit copies. Okay. The fans try to argue Bog must be canon GT. However, DB Online goes beyond age 889. Yo, you're actually retarded. The Daizenshu and Chozenshu only cover the stuff of the anime and the manga. They're not obligated to include game content. Are you dumb? Yo, that's actually so disingenuous.
If it is proof of outer-versal scaling, then anyone across the franchise could scale to such a level.
It's not a pseudo-composite timeline. Literally, it's not a pseudo-composite timeline, dude. Where's this argument for this?
I know I'm sounding critical to GT.
Fans believe Chozenshu 4 says Super Saiyan 4 is above God, but that's incorrect because Super Saiyan 4 is labeled as an ultimate form. So first of all, "and" is not even in the text. The context, I literally have Japanese friends that translate this. It says "the," not or anything like that, right? And also, right, since GT and Super aren't separate realities, you're assuming that Super Saiyan God doesn't exist in GT. You're assuming, yes, it does because the same timeline proved it. Meaning it's technically accurate to label as the ultimate Saiyan form. Super Saiyan God is a Saiyan form. Are you stupid? It's just within a separate energy. It's just with a separate energy. That's literally it. It's still a Saiyan transformation. It's a Saiyan transformation that is achieved through a fucking ritual. Are you retarded? And also, an ultimate form surpassing Super Saiyan 3 is super disingenuous because the raw translation, which is the word-for-word version, it says the ultimate form or the ultimate form surpassing Super Saiyan 3 or something like that, as in different characteristics, or some other translations say that it's the ultimate form that surpasses Super Saiyan 3 or an ultimate form that surpasses Super Saiyan 3. Right? An ultimate form implies there is multiple forms. Brother, what are you talking about? The Techniques Dictionary only shows these forms specifically. You're actually disingenuous. What the fuck is this, bro?
GT, but I want to give an alternate interpretation rather than needing to justify outer feats as the only valid scaling.
Psych! Our Lord and Savior GT Goku's omnipotence. He broke the manga panel, stronger than Arale, who bullied Toribut, the supreme ruler of Dragon Ball. Therefore, Super sucks, GT is stronger, it's peak fiction, Superman can die in a fire.
While Goku is with the Kais, Oob appears to face Baby, at first looking impressive by damaging Super Baby 2, unlike Goku, until Baby tells his minions he was toying around for his amusement. Still impressive for Baby either way because Oob has the reborn powers of Kid Buu, initially lacking any mastery over his powers until his training with Goku, now comparable to Goku at his max power after 5 years of training. Whether he means his base form or transformations, Oob would outclass his sons regardless. Sadly, Baby Manhand 5 years of training, initially lacking any mastery over his powers until his training with Goku, now comparable to Goku at his max power after 5 years of training, with lacking any mastery over his powers until his amusement. Still impressive for Baby either way because Oob has the reborn powers of Kid Buu, initially lacking any mastery over his powers until his training with Goku, now comparable to Goku at his max power after 5 years of training. Whether he means his base form or transformations, Oob would outclass his sons regardless. Sadly, Baby manhandles the boy like he did with Goku. Right before Baby atomizes Oob, Boo saves him on time. Baby thought he won until Uber turned now stronger than ever, becoming Majub. Oh, that sucks. Initially, Baby is shocked by the boy's growth, nearly turning into chocolate from Majub's attack, until Baby stops holding back and overpowers Majub. Although to give credit, it turns out he let himself get hit, wanting to spring a trap inside Baby to beat him. Maybe Majub wanted an efficient victory out of desperation? Yet that still implies his power was not enough to win directly. Regardless, with Majub gone, Goku returns once again to settle the score, believing his new-grown tail will even the odds. Instead, Baby confirms he didn't get any stronger compared to their last encounter. Besides improving his stamina, Baby on some Super Mario energy tosses Goku back to base. Right before Baby takes him out, Goku transforms, turning into a golden grade ape. After experiencing severe flashbacks, Baby tries to use his ultimate attack on Goku, until he surprise pimp slap Baby. The Tuffle was baffled by his power and low-key afraid to fight head-on, indicating the golden ape form surpasses Goku's strongest form. Makes sense as he's tapping into all his Super Saiyan potential.
The strongest form of Super Saiyajin, which draws the
Like the third form multiplier. As Toriyama confirms, the second and third forms are powered up variants of the first level. Plus, Pan notes Ape Goku's power continues to rise. Baby, feeling undermined, tries to tap into Vegeta's power. Before he can, he meets the ultimate monkey. Baby becomes Goku's child, getting the worst parent beatdown in his life. Baby was so desperate that for the third time, he uses his out-reversal death ball. Yet, Monkey Goku asserts his dominance and tanks it. After another beatdown, Monkey goes so far as telling Baby his combat skill sucks. Thankfully, by the power of his wife, Bulma transforms Baby into a monkey as well. One Spanish DVD statement claims the golden ape form rivals the Super Saiyan 4 multiplier.
Wait, what?
Transforms Baby into a monkey as well. One Spanish DVD statement claims the golden ape form rivals the Super Saiyan 4 multiplier. Except if that were the case, Ape Baby would not struggle against Monkey Goku. Super Baby 2 was already 8 times stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Goku lolball. If it took Super Saiyan 4 to close that gap, then Baby's 8 form increase would have maintained that 8 times difference. Of course, it can go much higher, but I'll get into that later. That said, even with this power, they still had a pitched fight. The Kais point out that while Baby may have the power advantage, Goku has the edge in speed. Also, Baby was, no pun intended, fighting apish, relying on foul tricks like attacking Earth's citizens to get the drop on Goku. Granted, Baby was durable enough to withstand Goku's 10 times Kamehameha directly. Baby forced Goku to take a Super Gallic Gun directly to protect Earth. It still ended with a double knockout as Baby succumbed to Goku's attack, except Baby revives and energizes Baby with Blood Waves again. He admits he was fighting wildly and blindly against Goku the first time, supported by the perfect file saying he was stronger than Super Saiyan 4 Goku, likely when controlled and focused. You think he'd take this chance to take out Monkey Kid when weakened, but I guess his overconfidence got the best of him, giving Goku's friends a chance to save Pan and assist beyond his max power. The pitched fight once again. Baby absorbing his tail. Warning, Goku uttered big parent while defused.
Wait,
Still,
DC Guidebook,
before not
what?
I like to point out. Firstly, Chosenshu 4 mistakenly claims Super Saiyan Goku defeated Mega Kana Sigma, a form not from Viero's data, except they did see its usage against Legic and they lost while defused. Still, more proof that the machine mutants were not on Goku's level. Plus, the perfect files confirmed GT Goku showed his true power to beat
Wait, what?
a form not from Viero's data, except they did see its usage against Legic and they lost while defused. Still, more proof that the machine mutants were not on Goku's level. Plus, the perfect files confirmed GT Goku showed his true power to beat the Sigma team, much to people's jargon, I'm sure. The perfect files then confirmed that Super Baby 2's power is beyond Majub and Super Saiyan 3 Goku, only to then say Ape Goku's powers overwhelmed Baby. Although
Wait, what?
Baby 2's power is beyond Majub and Super Saiyan 3 Goku, only to then say Ape Goku's powers overwhelmed Baby. Although the same guide claims Goku's Kamehameha times 10 had 0 effect on Ape Baby, but that's not true at all, as the staff likewise agreed Goku's new form was needed to beat Baby. The supposed strongest enemy at the time. Next, like the rest of the cast, Baby has infinite powers. No, seriously, the perfect files describe the Super Saiyans having infinite powers. Crazy since it's referring to their initial forms. Thus, Baby takes control of said infinite level. As an extension, the perfect files acknowledge Grade 2 increased speed and power, originating from the Daizenshu, alongside El Manga Legendario giving Grade 3 a 10 times boost beyond that. Grade 4 would rival, if not surpass, said power. According to one guidebook and Vegeta's OG text in the manga, it's explained Goku can raise his battle power and Grade 4 while barely straining his body, thus upscaling the second and third forms by third state. The form is so impressive that it rivals the Potara multiplier that created Buu Saga base Vegito. The Potara fusion is downplayed to surpass Super Saiyan 3. When hyped up, it can be an A times B multiplier. Who said, we know how strong Goten and Trunks are, but Goku believes not even an adult Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks could beat 8 Baby's powers. Plus, Toriyama legit says post-Namek Goku's battle power can no longer be measured and villains.
Well, what's this?
Form itself is multiplier, as it's somewhat implied by the perfect files.
Oh, that's
Except
cool.
the blood sway multiplier logic, Baby's mutated Saiyan forms. One last strip series. Not once, but
Wait,
perfect
what?
files label Baby as the biggest and strongest enemy in the entire GT series. Not once, but twice. Files label Baby as the infinite times boost. I'll leave that up to you to decide. Here's one last trivia you guys should know. The perfect files label Baby as the biggest and strongest enemy in the entire GT series. Not once, but twice. Truly, the most unbiased source I've ever seen. Transitioning forward, there are plenty of game material he appears in that won't be of relevance, such as Final Bout or Infinite World to name a few. But let's focus on the ones that do hype up his power.
Oh, okay. So this kind of goes into more like filler stuff. So I'm kind of just gonna end that segment right there. Yeah, it's literally it's in reference to the story of Dragon Ball. The story of Dragon Ball does not need to be obligated to include game content. They're only prioritizing the anime and the manga. Like, why does it need to include the entirety of Dragon Ball? That's like saying, that's like saying the Daizenshu timeline is not canon because it doesn't include a TV special or some shit that's canon. What the fuck? Yeah, we're gonna go to Goku versus Sonic by 6. And I'm probably just gonna end stream here. Holy shit, bro. That shit was ass. That was garbage. Okay. Goku versus Sonic 6. Okay, we're gonna go into this. How long is this video? 32 minutes? Man, y'all are giving me these long ass videos.
And welcome back to this U.S. Open office plan.
Miller just lobbed a message way over Jones.
Since I have been a couple videos scaling.
They're separating it. Okay, you know what? We're gonna do Buu Saga Goku. This one would probably be my favorite.
Jumping into round 2, end of Buu Saga Goku versus base modern Sonic. I want to start off with the scaling for Goku again. Throughout Dragon Ball Z, Goku is constantly reaching new heights, and this ultimately culminates in the Majin Buu Saga. The Buu Saga features a handful of very contentious inverse topics like Super Saiyan 3 Goku versus Ultimate Gohan, or Kid Buu versus Super Buu Gohan Absorbed, or Buuhan, whatever you want to call him. The overall power scaling of the Buu Saga is very contentious, so I'll present a low ball and high ball, and I'll just leave it up to you to decide if you agree with the lower end interpretations, the higher end interpretations, or just something in between. For the low ball, you can just upscale Goku off of the Cell Saga and apply the relevant multipliers. At the beginning of his battle with Majin Vegeta, he powers up to his max strength in Super Saiyan 2, which Vegeta notes is stronger than Gohan when he defeated Cell. Gohan, of course, defeated Cell with Father-Son combination up to his max strength in Super Saiyan 2, which Vegeta notes is stronger than Gohan when he defeated Cell. Gohan, of course, defeated Cell with Father-Son Kamehameha, the overpowered Cell solar/perfect Kamehameha, which is confirmed to be at least a solar system busting attack in the manga, anime, and numerous guides. Super Saiyan 3 being 4 times stronger than Super Saiyan 2 means that Goku should be 4 times stronger than the solar system destroying Kamehameha. You can extend the argument even further if you choose to apply some information from anime fillers. In the Afterlife training arc, Goku has a confrontation with Super Perfect Cell, and before they can actually clash, Pikkon appears and one-shot Cell with ease. And guys, not only is it confirmed that this Cell is as strong as he was before, it's also stated that Pikkon is straight up stronger than Cell. Keep in mind that Pikkon one-shotted Cell with his weights on, and after growing stronger, Goku goes on to compete with weighted Pikkon in base. So if you apply filler, you can say that Goku ends up surpassing Cell in just his base form, which means by the Buu Saga, Super Saiyan 3 Goku is over 400 times stronger than the Solar Kamehameha.
All right, cool. So like, you can argue manga Cell's universal with the Namek stuff, I guess.
You can push Goku's strength a bit further using his battle with Kid Buu, who was shown destroying an entire galaxy in an instant in the anime. You could even go as far as to push Kid Buu to being a universal threat.
Why is it pushed that far? It's stated multiple times. Are we dumb? And he was gonna destroy the Grand Kai's planet, which actually is as big as the damn thing.
Based on this statement, Goku saying the universe will go poof if they lost him, which obviously implies Kid Buu would be able to instantaneously destroy the universe if he really wanted to. Regardless of if you apply the anime or not, Goku at full power should scale to Kid Buu, seeing as both himself and Vegeta believe that a fully powered up Super Saiyan 3 would obliterate him. Even without this power up, Goku was able to clash with Kid Buu multiple times, though it should be noted that Kid Buu was dragging out the fight for fun, so he's likely holding back to a certain extent. For the higher end interpretation, this will mainly be centered around the idea that Kid Buu is stronger than Buuhan and upscaling him and Goku off of Buuhan's Vice Shout. There are many statements in the anime describing Kid Buu as the strongest form of Majin Buu.
Hold on. I don't think anyone actually agrees with Goku being stronger than Buuhan, unless there's a few.
Goku and the narrator itself. Many anime guys support this even further with statements talking about how Kid Buu hadn't lost any strength but only his intelligence after Fat Buu was.
Wait, he also has greater power abilities. As a result of having the people he had absorbed removed from him, he possesses little to no mind or intellect.
Not a Super Buu, and others just affirming Kid Buu how Kid Buu hadn't by Goku and the narrator itself. Many anime guys support this even further, with statements talking about how Kid Buu hadn't lost any strength but only his intelligence after Fat Buu was ripped out of Super Buu, and others just affirming Kid Buu is the mightiest of the Boos. In the anime, Buhan gets so enraged to the point where he uses a technique called outside space, a special variation of Vice Shout to create distortions in the very fabric of reality itself. The anime and Daizenshu both confirm Buhan would have crushed the universe between different dimensions had Vegito not stopped him. A big contention people have with this is that this could just simply be some sort of spatial distortion hacks ability, which isn't consistent with what the series actually tells us. Like I said, outside space is a variation of Vice Shout, which has the user stopping Buhan, Vegito's strength. I don't want to turn this into a Kid Buu versus Buhan throughout battle, and substitute it with another ability to just grow more powerful as the fight goes on. Goku makes a lot more absurd power jumps throughout Super, which Super
Wait, what the fuck? Super? When did this happen?
The Zenkai concept of Saiyans getting huge power boosts, a lot more of resolve the contradiction. Buu Saga has different sources giving conflicting information over the scaling of the arc.
This is low-key boring as hell.
Almost any position you can make have a decent basis behind it. So I'm leaving it up to you to determine how strong you think Goku truly is at this point based on what I provided. Now, scaling Goku's speed in Z is very underwhelming. To scale his speed, you could do a long chain scale from the Saiyan Saga and apply the relevant multipliers to get some FTL levels of speed, but ultimately this is pointless since Kid Buu has a feat going way beyond what you would get from doing that. Earlier, I mentioned Kid Buu's anime feat of destroying a galaxy almost in an instant. In the same scene, it's shown Buu was going around destroying things planet by planet, meaning he's actually traveling the whole diameter of the galaxy. If you assume it took Kid Buu a whole hour to perform this feat, which is probably lowball, he'd still be moving at speeds over 900 million times the speed of light. This is of course severely downplaying him as we see it happen within seconds on screen. So realistically, this should be over 667 billion times faster than the speed of light, and Goku should obviously scale to this from fighting Kid Buu. Modern Sonic struggles to reach anywhere near the levels of Solar System AP or Universal up until maybe Sonic Generations. Classic Sonic and modern Sonic have a few weird interactions with the Time Eater in the open
Yo, that's actually crazy.
portions of the game at the beginning. Classic Sonic gets caught in an omnidirectional blast the Time Eater produces, and while this blast does destroy the space-time, Classic Sonic survives this. Modern Sonic also survives the erasure of his space-time, and in the 3DS version, he even has a feat of damaging the
Yo, I thought he was gonna say, oh, Sonic's UD multi 5D outer compared to Goku, but he straight up just did that, which is crazy.
imperfect Time Eater when it tried to attack the classic version of Tails. These feats are direct, so it'd be easy to write them off as universal feats, but there's some issues with this that I talked about in my Eggman video. The main reason Eggman utilized the Time Eater is because of its ability to erase time and space, which he continuously used throughout Sonic Generations to erase different points in history, including time periods like I mentioned earlier. Sonic being able to survive this more than likely showcases a resistance to space-time erasure as opposed to raw durability. You also wouldn't be able to establish the incomplete Time Eater as having universal durability for Sonic's feat against
Wait,
3DS.
what?
Being able to survive this more than likely showcases a resistance to space-time erasure as opposed to raw durability. Sonic being able throughout Sonic Generations to erase different points in history,
He also takes another L from Sonic,
including time periods like I mentioned earlier. Sonic being able to survive this more than likely showcases a resistance to space-time erasure as opposed to raw durability. You also wouldn't be able to establish the incomplete Time Eater as having universal durability for Sonic's feat against it in the 3DS version of Generations to being universal. Another route you could take is scaling Sonic to the Phantom Ruby, which also has its own issues. I covered the Phantom Ruby scaling before, but to summarize it here, you can scale the strongest Phantom Ruby users at their respective peaks to 6-dimensional levels of power. And Sonic does manage to defeat Infinite and the Death Egg robot at the end of Sonic Forces that wields the Phantom Ruby. The big problem here is that Sonic takes on these opponents while being amped by heart, soul, and the balance of friendship, as he puts it. The power of friendship has been shown to completely replenish the soul emeralds of their energy in the past, so the amp from that alone is already comparable to the tears of amp you can get from the Chaos Emeralds. While Sonic does grow stronger by the second, according to himself anyway, the amount he grows by is unquantifiable, and it's likely not anywhere near the level of a super form increase. To say Sonic's skill to this will require giving third-party amps from outside help, so I won't be applying that to this battle. One way you could attempt to get Sonic to the Solar System tier or beyond is by scaling the final Egg Blaster from Sonic Battle. Eggman uses the final Egg Blaster to destroy stars, and a Gizoid called Emerald captures the excess energy from it and winds up fighting Sonic. Emerald loses control over himself because of the energy, and Sonic defeats him in less than 30 seconds, which may sound impressive, but like the previous argument, there's a few holes. For one, we don't see the stars being destroyed on.
Bro, I didn't know this was gonna happen. Low key, this video is boring. I don't know how to explain it. It's really boring. But guys, at the end of the day, I don't care. Okay, chat. All right, we're gonna do something interesting today. Yeah, that video was ass. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not even like, I wasn't even mad. Like, I was just like, bro. All right. Guys. Okay. All right. All right, chat. We're gonna do something fun today. All right, chat. Okay, chat. Okay, chat. All right. Hold on. Oh wait, hold on. Wait. I need to go to Notepad. Let me go to Notepad real quick. I'm gonna go to Notepad real quick. Chat. We're gonna do something. Okay. I don't know what he's doing with fucking Classic Sonic. 7 a.m. in the morning. Oh yeah, because he probably live on the other side of the world. It's 7 p.m. where I'm at. So not my problem. That's not my problem though. All right, hold on. Let me share my screen. Can I share my fucking like? All right, here we go. All right, chat. Okay. Okay. I don't know why that was there. Okay, so chat. Today is gonna be a little bit fun. All right, chat. We're gonna do a little quiz. All right. About me. I'm gonna see how much my fans know about me. All right. We're gonna start off with okay. Let me think for a minute about what I should do. Okay. Who is my favorite character? All right. All right. Let me add an okay, hold on. Let me think. Yeah. Chat. So who is my favorite character? Or other? Who is my favorite character? Chat, let me see how much my audience knows me. All right, I'm going to give y'all a minute. I'm going to give y'all a minute. I'm going to see how much my audience knows me. All right. Okay, chat. So the answer for my first question is Broly. Broly's my favorite, bro. Broly's my favorite character. He's just so tough, bro. Broly's my favorite. All right, we're gonna do another question. We're gonna do another question. Okay. All right, chat. What race am I? White, light skin, Mexican, or Asian? What race am I? What race am I? What race am I? What race am I, chat? What is my race? Chat. What? Oh wait. Chat. Is it Mexican, guys? All right. Yeah, I'm not fucking with you. I'm fucking with you guys. Okay, so I am Mexican. Okay. All right. Nigga said ew. That I'm Mexican. Bro, what the fuck? What the fuck? All right. We're going to do another question. All right. All right, chat. What is my religion? Muslim, atheist, agnostic, or Christian? What is my religion? What is my religion? What is my religion? I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. Okay. Okay. Yeah, chat, guys. I am Christian. Yes, of course, guys. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. No, he's the way, the truth, and the light. He is the Messiah. He is the Lord. He is the Lord. He is God. And he is my savior. Absolutely. Yes, Jesus is Lord. All right. We're going to get into the next question. Okay. Let me think. Shit. Okay, I need to think for a minute. Did I pray today? No. But I think someone prayed for me. All right, we're going to do something. Okay. I need to think of something. Let me think for a minute. My God, I don't even know. Let me think. Nigga, wait. Bro, wait. I'm not even. Yo, I already have something in mind. Yo, bro, chill out. I already have something in mind. Wait. Okay. All right. All right, chat. Who have I not debated? Chat, who have I not debated? Remember, this is who I have not debated. Chat, who have I not debated? This one is going to be hard. I can already tell it's going to be hard. Who have I not debated? Who have I not debated? Who have I not debated, chat? I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes. Oh, God. Some of you guys are just fumbling so badly. You guys are fumbling so badly. Oh, God. You guys are fumbling so badly. Yo. Yo. All right. You guys are a little stumped by this. On who I have not debated. All right, chat. The answer is Lonk's takes. I have not debated Lonk. And I mean by personally debating him. Debunking somebody's video is not debating. No, the answer is Lonk. I've debated all those other three. Yeah, I've debated all those other three. You debated Drip? Yeah, I went back to back with him. I don't know why people think I haven't debated Drip. Oh, Zeta, when are you debating Drip? Nigga, are you retarded? I keep saying it over and over again. Like, bro, what the fuck? Okay. We're gonna do what is wait. What is my favorite what is my favorite show? All right. We're gonna do all right, no. All right, chat. What is my favorite show? 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 Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. See what I mean? Yeah, you guys pay attention. Bro. It's Scissor 7, bro. It's Scissor 7. I'm telling you guys gotta pay attention. Lock in. All right, we're gonna go with the next one. The next question. Let me think for a moment. Hold on. Dropped after episode 2. Nigga said I dropped Scissor. Bro, you have low attention span. Bro, it gets good at the end of season 1, you idiot. Why did you do that? Oh my god, bro. What is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? Why? Why would you do this? Okay. All right. I need to come with a I need to think a little bit. On the first episode, I was intrigued on the first episode. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. I genuinely don't know what's wrong with y'all. Genuinely, bro. All right, chat. Which show is the most ass? We're gonna JJK, MHA, One Piece, or Solo Leveling. Chat, which show is the most ass? Chat, which show is the most ass? Which show is the most ass? Answer the question. Which show is the most ass? Which out of the 4 is the most ass? Chat. There have been little hints on which show I think is the most ass. Which show is the most ass? All right, guys, I'm going to give y'all a minute because it seems really ambiguous. It's getting a little ambiguous. All right, well, chat. All right, the answer is JJK. Fuck that shit. JJK is garbage. If you like JJK, you're an idiot. Anyways, we're gonna get to the next question. All right. All right. Hmm. Hmm. What is the name of Zeta? All right. Chat, what is the name of Zeta? The GOAT, the best Dragon Ball defender, the GT King, or the BMC Demon King Zeta? Chat, what is the name of Zeta? What is the name of Zeta? Only the real motherfuckers know the real name of Zeta. What is the name of Zeta? The BMC Demon King, the best Dragon Ball defender, the GOAT, or the GT King? Chat, what is the true name of me? What is my nickname? Chat, what is my nickname? Nigga, stop being retarded. It's the only of the 4. It's a nickname. What is my nickname? It's either those 4 things: the GOAT, the best Dragon Ball defender, the GT King, or the BMC Demon Zeta. The BMC Demon King Zeta. All right. Chat. All right, it looks like some of y'all are a little stumbled. All right. But I am about to bring the answer. I'm about to give y'all the answer in like the next minute. I'm gonna give y'all the answer. All right, I'm gonna wait. All right, chat. Okay. Chat. All right. All right, so the answer is the BMC Demon King Zeta. All right. Chat. This is actually going crazy right now. So we got those things. I'm the BMC Demon King, bro. All right, we're gonna go to the next question. All right. We're gonna find out what my next question is. So no. I need to go back to minimizing it. We're gonna go something else. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Who is? All right. I'm gonna ask you guys. Who is my power scaling teacher? We're gonna answer the question. Or, all right, chat. Who is my power scaling teacher? Only the real ones know who this is. Because there's someone who actually teaches me this info. But only the real ones know who my teacher really is. So I'm gonna give you guys a minute while I take a fat piss, and I'll be back in 30 seconds. Hey, all right, chat. The answer is Steezy. Some of my OGs know who Steezy is. Some of my OGs, we've had some beef in the past. Now, Historic does give me some info, like he does teach me some stuff, but my main teacher has been Steezy. So as of right now, yeah, it's Steezy. I don't know if I'm gonna have a new teacher, but as of right now, it's him. So we're gonna get to the next question. Okay. All right. All right. All right. We're going to get. What am I attracted to? All right. I'm going to give you guys the guesses. All right. All right. All right, chat. What am I attracted to? Only the real ones know. Only the real ones know the answer. What do I want to put in? What do I want to put my BMC inside of? Like, what do I want to inappropriately interact with, chat? Please answer the question. Chat. All right. We're low-key running out of viewers, so I might end stream right now. I'm not even gonna lie to you. All right, chat. Well, this is gonna be my last. This is probably my last question. Wait. Nigga said, okay. It's still a little ambiguous, so I'm gonna answer the question. So, guys, the answer. Nah, wait. Should I say it right now? Because my viewership just went up. Okay. You know what? Fine. All right. So the answer, chat, is Asian women. I love my Asian ladies. If you have if you know a single Asian lady, tell them to hit me up because I'm an innocent, well-mannered, healthy, status Mexican man with a BMC. I think that's qualification, right? So the answer, chat, is Asian women. All right, I'm just suggesting. All right, so chat, we're gonna get to the next question. I don't know if I should make the stream last a little longer, but okay. So we're gonna do the next question. All right. Okay. Who is more attractive than me? All right. I think some people will know the answer. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. All right, chat. Who is more attractive than me? One of these people is more attractive than me. So if you guys have seen the face reveal stream, you would know the answer. Who is more attractive than me? Me, bro. Who are you, bro? Who are you, blood? Who is blood? All right, chat. It's gonna be a little ambiguous to y'all. All right, chat. The answer is drumroll, please. That was corny. Don't fucking do that. The answer is BBC Tron, bro. BBC Tron, bro. Oh my god, bro. BBC Tron the goat, bro. Yo, actually, he's like masculine. Low key. All right. Okay. All right, chat. The next question is, right? All right. Do I like Super? Yes or no? Do I like Super? Do I like Super? Do I like it? And I mean it as a show. I don't care about the scaling. I mean, as a show, do I like Super? Some of y'all would kind of be shocked a little bit. I'm going to be honest. On if I like Super. All right. Chat, all right. The answer for this one is yes. I like Super. Just because I think GT is stronger does not mean I don't like Super. I like Super. All right. Chat, okay. Let's see. Let me think. Okay. Okay. Nah, no one's gonna get the answer for that. No one's gonna get the answer for that. All right. All right, chat. Answer the question in if Zeta has ever lost. Oh, only real ones know the true context behind that question. Like the actual context behind that question. Has Zeta ever lost? And only real ones know the context of that question. The real context of this question, because this question actually has a specific context. I think Ketchup might have the answer. Wait, Ketchup, you know what I'm referring to, right? Has Zeta ever lost? Chat. All right. We're going to get to the next question. The answer is yes. I have lost before. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. I don't know what my next question is going to be. All right. Oh, what is my favorite soda? Now, we're going to get into it. All right. All right, chat. What is my favorite soda? Oh, I think people would know the truth. People would know with this one. There's probably going to be somebody that knows the answer. What is my favorite soda? The answer is Dr. Pepper. Okay. All right, chat. All right, chat. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm probably just going to end stream. Yeah, that's it, chat. Hey, that's all I got for this stream. See ya.